I'm Paul Klinkman from Providence, Rhode Island. Thank you for your time. I'm sorry to be 5 minutes late to the hearing, but we had to talk to an electrician at our work site at 8:30 this morning. More on that later. We've been driving by these Department of Transportation signs that say, "On time, on budget." And these signs are intended to counteract the Rhode Island voting public's impression that private contractors are submitting lowball bids to win contracts. And then they're doubling the price after they've won the bids. This is a perception problem in Rhode Island. Maybe there's some fact behind it. Now, when I hear 53% increase, that sounds like a highball number, 53%. It sounds like it was made in bad faith. It's unsupportable by logical arguments, and we'll have to deal with that. What I want this commission to do is, you may, if you find that 53% is in fact unrealistic, I want you to tell National Grid, which I believe refers to the British National Grid, that they have denigrated the authority of this commission and of the state by submitting a Mickey Mouse number. And I believe you have the authority to tell them, look, if you're going to do this to us, this is not proper practice, and there will be consequences. And now it remains to see if the 53% increase number is propped up by unsupportable electric supply forecasts, unsupportable electric demand forecasts, and other engineering blunders. And like I said, we just met our electrician this morning. We are retrofitting a building to displace natural gas with a solar heat system. It's a building off of Warwick Avenue. That makes me a tiny competitor of National Grid's natural gas business. Furthermore, my electric generating patent, U.S. patent number 8823197, makes me a potential supplier of stored, solar-sourced, after-dark electricity. I'm not big in that either. I probably never will be, but we'll see. After-dark electricity supply, it turns out, is a $1 trillion market, and it's important. We're going to be fined for midday solar-powered lights. These lights are on. The problem's after dark. One of my huge competitors in this new field is Elon Musk, who wants to put a battery pack on the wall of every home. Another competitor is an existing hydro pumping station in, I believe it's Winchton, Massachusetts. It's near the Massachusetts, Rhode Island, Massachusetts, New Hampshire, Vermont border. It used to be powered by Vermont Yankee. Now it's looking for solar power, and it can supply power in the times when we need it. Offshore wind is going to be another piece of the puzzle for after-dark power. Solar power towers have an outside shot. I speak as an inventor. I question whether National Grid is thoughtlessly preparing for the buggy whip solution of building more and more natural gas power plants to cover peak demand. And I encourage the PUC to try to restructure Rhode Island's electricity market to help the market solve the peak demand problem. So that if I am coming forward, or if my competitors are coming forward with solutions that solve the problem, we get paid. As for demand, we know that ISO New England keeps lowering its electricity demand forecasts every single year. It goes down, it goes down, it goes down. Guess what it's going to do next year, 5 years from now? it'll be down. You can count the technology people out there and say, yes, it's going down. That would be a conservative business forecast for demand. So we've heard that one of the rigs of the time is companies using older ISO New England forecasts, discredited forecasts now, that basically show that the demand for buggy whips is just going to go up forever. Try to check the date on their forecasts. And you should be planning ahead saying, where are we going to be next year? Finally, I have a little engineering issue. There's a story that if you can use other people's money to make money, it's great, because you get the profit, and if there's a problem, well, they get the loss. We have something similar. There's a little problem, big problem, with there's a 1 million gallon liquid natural gas tank in Providence. The problem with liquefied natural gas is it explodes in the kiloton range. That's atomic bomb size. A 2 kiloton explosion happened in 1944, taking out 1 square mile of Cleveland, Ohio. Yeah, Americans died. Now, this would never happen, but if it did happen, it would be, think of it as similar to, where is a good place to store an atomic bomb that's live? Montana in the middle of nowhere? If you have to have one, that's not a bad place. Under the State House, not a good place. Half of Rhode Island is in range. And this is the problem with liquefied natural gas tank in South Providence. It has a 14-mile radius impact area. And any improvements to it are trouble. You don't want more trouble. So putting a liquefaction plant next to the LNG tank is an engineering blunder of colossal scale. Again, it's not their money, it's our lives. That's the engineering problem. And I want the PUC to consider the part about our lives. It's not just about money. And that's what I have to say.